And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Oh, wow. You know what? All the world stock markets, everybody. Listen up, everybody. You're not going to believe this, man. Like the world's largest stock transfer group. Let me tell you something. When you buy a stock, a bond, or something like that, there's a company in the United States called Let me see what the name of this company is. This company, Computershare. We're going to look into this. This is the world's largest stock transfer agent. They're moving into tokenization with Securitize. What we have, let me get into the article here. This is fascinating. I'm telling you what, you are literally going to see the transformation of the global stock market, the whole payment system of the entire world. This is probably the biggest show, the most interesting to me, one of the top 5, probably top 3 I've ever done, maybe even number 1. we are watching the whole financial system right now is all being tokenized, everybody. Now, the people with small minds but the prices, I can't make any money today. Dude, those people got to go. Get off the channel. 99% of them are gone. The rest of you just get going. This ain't the channel. What I'm going to show you today for the adults in the room, I've been talking a lot to the $500 people. I got a $500 for 3-month program. I'll be calling how many people today after the show? Not after the show, but after I cold plunge later. I've got probably 7 people right about there. 7 of you are going to be talking with me. We're going to be talking about this specifically. What can I do to prepare for this, what we're reading off today? This is so massive right here. It's all the money in the entire world. Millions of investors. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances at all. This whole show is designed to get you financially destroyed with clickbaity stuff, bad investments, etc. The only thing I know is hardcore street drug use, heroin, cocaine, every day, snorting it. I chase the dragon. I'm popping Benzies. Whatever it is, smoking heroin. No, you inject heroin. That's what I do. Yeah, inject heroin and smoke opium. So, with that disclaimer, anything I say, I'm not technically in my right mind. Now, here is the article right here. Let's start this journey. This is something here. You're watching the whole world right now. The whole world is starting to form into crypto right in front of people's eyes, and everybody misses. 99% of people will miss this. Why? Because they can't invest today to be rich tomorrow. So they want nothing to do with it. That's how people are. And that's why you will have millions of dollars. You invest your time. You're going to invest 1 hour today. I don't know if I'm doing a PM show. I'm probably going to take the PM off because I've been working a lot of hours. Let's get into this article. This is massive. The world's largest stock transfer agent is moving into tokenization through a partnership with Securitize. Known to millions of investors for employee stock plans and direct purchase programs, Computershare says it will support United States listed issuers that want to offer tokenized shares to their investors. Oh my God, everybody, I'm telling you what. What we got here is Computershare is going to offer crypto to investors. We're seeing it right now, everybody. It's all getting laid out in front of us. All of it's being laid out. I want you to, I've never seen nothing like this before. And I did a little deep dive on computer. We're going to look at who is Computershares. This is fascinating, okay? Coming out of Australia. Yeah, Australia, believe it or not. Australia's Computershare, the financial services firm known as the transfer agent for a majority of S&P 500 companies, that facilitates direct stock purchase programs for millions of people in the United States, is moving into crypto through a new partnership with a crypto specialist called Securitize. What I'm doing in this article is I'm replacing words like tokenization and digital assets. I'm going to use the word crypto so it makes more sense, okay? This Computershares company, when you buy a stock, it keeps a record of who's buying what. It does this. It does this for the majority of the Fortune 500 companies, and they're using Securitize to do all this. Everybody, Securitize is tokenizing for BlackRock, the world's biggest investment company. You are literally watching right now the whole entire investment world turning into cryptocurrency based. It's all happening right in front of people's faces and they have no idea. That's how it's going to be. You won't notice when you use crypto in the future. It'll automatically do it, just like cash or MasterCard, whatever. The tie-up will allow United States listed clients of Computershare to issue block crypto-based versions of their shares as issuer-sponsored tokens. And you know what? You're going to be able to buy these tokens, okay? Not right now. They're not available now, but these are going to be available, everybody. So these issuer-sponsored tokens, which allow holders to have the same rights as owners of traditional shares. This is fascinating. You're going to have a wallet for this company. You're going to have a wallet that holds these tokens. Okay, I'm showing you this first time, first mover advantage. No other channels talking about this except Crypto Hulk, okay? So you're going to have issuer-sponsored tokens for this company, which allow holders to have the same rights. And this is for retail. We are allowed to buy these, okay? I checked into this. Which allow holders to have the same rights as owners of traditional shares of stocks. These tokens differ from those offered by Kraken stocks or Robinhood, which provide indirect price exposure to stocks without voting rights or legal claims. When we talk about the future of issuer services, it is important to start with what is not changing. An accurate, trusted record of ownership remains fundamental to functioning of capital markets. That has always been our role and will continue, says Computershare. So what Computershare does is they have a record of everything bought and sold and who owns it, okay? What is evolving is the environment around that role. Issuers increasingly want greater transparency into their shareholder base, more timely ownership information, and more efficient servicing across the life cycle of a security, she adds. We see the application of new technology as a practical way to help meet those needs. One of Melbourne, Australia's first technology startups, founded in 1978. When I was 8 years old, Computershares came about in Australia. Very interesting, huh? Computershares popped up. It serves more than 25,000 private and public companies globally and has offices in 22 countries around the world. To investors, it is primarily known as the official record keeper for many publicly traded companies, including Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla. While brokers typically hold shares in street name, Computershare maintains the master registry of directly registered owners and handles a range of corporate actions, including dividend payments, stock splits, and shareholder voting. The company is also one of the biggest manager of employee stock and ownership plans, with over $267 billion in assets under administration. Computershare oversees roughly 35 million people's accounts and generated $607 million in profit last year. Oh God, it's a lot. And they generated $3 billion in revenue. The partnership with Securitize marks a major escalation of Computershare's blockchain strategy. In October 2025, the company sent a 10-page letter to the SEC's crypto task force outlining its views on tokenization, highlighting experience with blockchain dating back to 2015. What, Crypto Hulk? 11 years, everybody. I'm telling you what. These people, what happened in 2015? Ripple settlement agreement. That's what happened. Oh, man. Ripple became officially a currency and a money service business. That's if you read the 2015 SEC Ripple settlement agreement, like I have, 50, 75 times on this channel. So they have been, this Computershare, it coordinates, documents, organizes all these stocks and bonds transfers, equities, dividends, and all these things. Now they're putting it on the blockchain officially with Securitize, the same company that does the same thing for BlackRock. Oh my God. Now, they've had experience with blockchain, everybody, for the past 11 years. Oh my God. So this isn't brand new to them. They've been doing this shit, who knows for how long. What I'm showing you here is I really believe now about this flip the switch thing. When it takes off, I don't know when that day is. I don't even fucking care. I'm just buying cheap crypto and I'll wait, man. It's fine with me. Securitize brings experience and distribution to that effort. The Miami-based company is one of the largest tokenization specialists in the market, which is Securitize, with more than $4 billion in tokenized assets spanning products of major asset companies like Apollo, BlackRock, KKR. In October, Securitize announced plans to go through a merger with Cantor Fitzgerald-backed SPAC at a $1.25 billion valuation. Let me check the comments, and then I'll get into the deep dive with this. Oh, right here. Ben, thank you very much. Happy Saturday, Crypto Hulk and crew. Yeah, man, this is massive. Robert Driscoll gave a late fee. I see that right there. I want it. Meow. This is so awesome. Things are taking shape quicker than we thought. Cheeny Lee is here. Okay. Let's go to the deep dive. Now, Securitize is on its way to going public. So Securitize is a private company. I'm going to tell you what, when that opens up, you guys that invest in stocks, that is one you definitely need to look into, Securitize. You want to know why? First mover advantage. There is no competition right now with Securitize. First mover advantage. There'll be nobody to take over Securitize. When you get in on Securitize, I'm telling you what, buy the hell out of that one if that one goes public. Now, Securitize And this whole thing with Computershares, this is a regulated real-world asset tokenization platform. Securitize is a regulated real-world asset tokenization platform, meaning they're taking every stock, bond, derivative in the whole entire world, and they're going to start tokenizing everything to the tune of $5 quadrillion. That's the value. We've already done the show. The value of everything on the planet, $5 quadrillion. They are tokenizing and tokenizing and tokenizing as we speak. I don't know when all this stuff happens. It's not my concern. I don't care personally. I know where this ends up. That's the only thing that matters to me. I know where this ends up. When all that money goes on the XRP ledger, wherever it's all going, whatever cryptos you're invested in, I hope to God it's the right ones. If you watch my channel, we talk about right here. We're deep diving that article. I'm going to inspect every asset of that article through an AI deep dive, and we're going to find out all the nuts and bolts and all the pieces and the parts, okay? Let me cherry pick this. There's a lot of information here, so I'm going to have to not read everything. There's no way I could read it. Okay, the article we just read details Securitize's new partnership with Computershare. Computershare is the world's largest stock transfer agent. They service 60% of Fortune 500 companies, actually S&P, Standard & Poor. It allows United States listed issuers to issue a issuer-sponsored token. It's a native blockchain representation of equity shares with full legal rights, voting dividends. So we are going to be waiting for that issuer-sponsored token, the ISTs of Computershare, everybody. What is the use case of this crypto? It's a full end-to-end tokenization of traditional finance assets. We got private equity, private credit, you got public equity, alternatives like estate and hospitality into on-chain securities. Investors hold directly in wallets, here we go, with instant redemption 24/7 via securitized markets, everybody. Automated corporate actions like dividends, proxy voting, DeFi, composability, fractional ownership. Wow, it bridges traditional infrastructure with blockchain for greater transparency. This is, it's all going down as we're seeing it right here. It's all being set up, everybody. The sad part is 99% of the people don't know what the fuck we're talking about at all. I'm showing you the transformation of the financial system right here. They're getting it all set up right in front of us. And I'm showing you exactly who's doing it and what cryptos are they going to use. I mean, if you can't get rich watching my show, then you're some kind of learning disabled, which I'm not making fun of you. I'm not able to help learning disabled people, okay? I'm not trained in that. Now, who are the people involved in this? Carlos Domingo. He is the co-founder and CEO of, he has a PhD in computer science. And he's in charge of Securitize. Jamie Finn is involved. Taj, some guy named Taj, not Mahal. You got Brett Redfern involved in this, ex-SEC Director of Division and Trading Markets. He's also an ex-Coinbase and ex-JP Morgan. See what I'm saying? This is huge. It does not get any bigger than this. And I have to admit, this show today with the information is bigger than my ego. I know it's a tough thing, but this is much, much bigger than my ego. Who's on the advisory board right here? James Wallace, Ripple vice president. Oh, shit, Monica. See right here? We got a Ripple vice president of central bank engagements involved. He's also ex-IBM blockchain. You have Donna Riddell. She is ex-World Economic Forum. Oh, shit. She's also an ex-Prudential CIO, Chief Information Officer. Manolo Sanchez. He is an ex-BBVA and Fannie Mae. Look, the people involved in all this shit, they're like the top of the top. Let me just put it like that. There you go. Save myself 5 minutes of reading off everybody's name. Everybody in this thing is massive. Let's go to the fintechs involved. SEC, they are a SEC registered transfer agent. This Computershare, FINRA, SIP. This is everybody. Oh my God, everything. You got Avalanche, Polygon, Solana, Aptos, Chainlink, Tron. With cross-chain, like Wormhole. Oh my God, Wormhole's coming up in here. You've got it. This integrates with Chainlink and Redstone. Oh my God, there you go. I'm naming the names right here. Who do they have for custody? They got Fireblocks for custody, just like Caleb Brown has. All these cryptos you can buy on Caleb and Brown. Let's continue. We're naming the names today, kids. Let's see here. Venture capital. Who's putting money in? Morgan Stanley is involved in this. They only gave like, I don't know, $48 million. Not a big deal. Who's counting, right? Blockchain Capital, BlackRock's involved, ARK Invest, Hamilton, Aptos Labs, Circle, Paxos, Jump Crypto, Coinbase. Ripple has given money for this. Nomura, MUFG, Ripple Partner Bank, Santander, Ripple Partner Bank, Sumitomo Mitsui, Ripple Partner Bank, the Tezos Foundation. All those people have given money and are integrated into this. This Computershares securitized deal. Morgan Stanley is involved. BlackRock, BNY, Mellon, TradeWeb, Barclays. Who's not involved in this? BlackRock, Apollo. Here is an exhaustive list of every company in technology that's major in this project. BlackRock, Apollo, Hamilton Lane, there's a lot. Hamilton Lane, KKR, VanEck, Computershares, OKX, that's Ripple right there with Standard Chartered and BlackRock. Oh my God, we read that yesterday. That was on the show yesterday. And Ripple, Ripple, this is the Middle East. The OKX is for the Middle East. We read that article yesterday with BlackRock, Standard Chartered, Ripple partner with Zodiac Custody, OKX, Ripple partner right there. New York Stock Exchange mixed up in this. Uniswap is mixed up in this. Ripple, the Ripple Labs stablecoin is being integrated into BIDL, BUIDL. That's the BlackRock tokenization with securitized for treasuries. But you got Ripple's stablecoin is mixed up in this, everybody. Just thought I'd put that out there. Fireblocks, Redstone. Now, Redstone and Chainlink are oracles for this right here. Zero hash. We've got a SPAC going on. Let's see, no evidence. These are all the cryptos that I sure hope to God you have, because they are building the whole entire stock market on these cryptos that I'm talking about. Now, does Computershare have their own stock? No. Computershares does not have its stock listed on any exchange. Listing is on the Australian Security Exchange. If you're from Australia, oh my God. If you're from Australia, the stock you want to buy is the letter CPU, Charlie Paul Union, on the ASX. That's the Australian Stock Exchange. You need to stop everything you're doing and buy CPU, Charlie Paul Union. And it has traded in Australia since 1994. Oh my God. Hey, if you're allowed to get some of that, get some of that. In the US, I don't understand stocks. I don't understand anything except about buying illegal drugs. In the US, Computershares are available only via over-the-counter, that's OTC markets, and ADRs/pink sheets under the tickers. Here we go. Charlie, Mary, Sam, Queen, Frank. That's CMSQF. You can buy that in America by following those directions. Securities. Computershare is not listed in the U.S. However, some parties choose to trade the shares in U.S. dollars in the unlisted U.S. over-the-counter markets. I would get my hands on that stuff right away, folks, like lightning fast, like yesterday. Computershare, the world's largest stock transfer agent, is a traditional fintech issuer services giant, now actively regulating tokenization and real-world asset blockchain. Oh my God, it's all coming. They work for 60%. Everybody check this out. Oh my God. 60% of the Fortune 500 companies, Computershare will be handling all of their trade to tokenization. Oh my God, it's almost like everybody. 60% is pretty good. It's pretty amazing. Yes. Sponsored tokens. Okay, the issuer sponsored tokens these are these tokens I'm talking about, allow United States listed companies to issue native blockchain versions of equity shares alongside traditional shares, everybody, without altering capital structure, without you have voting rights, dividends, or corporate actions. Computershare remains TA, processing everything seamlessly, enables direct wallet ownership, 24/7 DeFi, means staking and all that, instant redemptions. They're going to have their own little token here very soon. This is pretty cool. Now, who started Computershares? A guy named Chris Morris and his sister, Penelope McLagan. They founded Computershares in 1978. These two people are fucking amazing. In the Melbourne suburbs as one of Australia's first tech startups. Remember, when we watch Crypto Hulk, we always deal with the first, okay? The first of this, the first of that. This is what we got right here. Let me continue. So the company has been going on all these years. They've officially got into crypto 2016. We read 2015, but officially, in public, they've announced since 2016. Who are the key leadership? I won't get into that. All fintech, blockchain, crypto involved. Okay, they're working with a company called Settle, SETL. I got an article here for that. A Ripple executive back in the old days left Ripple to go work for Settle. Let me look. Here's the settle. Her name is Marjan Delantine. She left Ripple to go work for Settle. Here is this company here. Settle is a Computershare's partner right here, which they got a Ripple executive there, or did back in the day. Timbo S1. There you go. Timbo S1's a $500 member. I was messaging that person yesterday. Here is Settle. Settle hires former Swift and Ripple executive Marjan Delantine. Blockchain settlement and payment infrastructure provider Settle has hired former Ripple. This is 2021. Delantine will have overall responsibility for growing Settle's payment business. Delantine left Ripple last summer after 3.5 years as global head of banking. Before that, she spent 10 years at Swift. She was in charge of Target 2 Securities and Swift GPI. Everybody, this is so massive right here. So that is why you got Settle working with Computershares for blockchains and payments. There you go. That's how they make all the payments when you get your dividends and shit like that. Let me continue looking at Computershares here. Stewart, core use case. Yeah, Computershares and Settle are like, they work together. The partnership dominates. Government involved. Heavy SEC is all involved in this. This is so regulated. All this crypto, everybody, it's all in the government. Our government's pretending they don't know what the fuck crypto is, right? They can't listen. This is how asinine this is. They are literally plugging crypto, and I already named all the cryptos so far. There's more. They're integrating all this crypto technology in the government, yet we don't have crypto laws. Do you see what's going on? How do you integrate terms and technology into our financial system and you don't even have laws for this shit yet? Do you see what's going on, everybody? They are totally playing everybody. You cannot inject all this tech into our whole financial system and not even have crypto laws defining what is. We don't even know what this fucking shit is, right? We don't have the Clarities Act passed, but yet they're putting all this crypto in the whole fucking government. Do you understand this, what's going on? You've got the Democrats claiming, oh, we need investor protections. Let me tell you something. They don't need investor protections. You see all this fucking shit I'm talking about right now? They're implementing all this crypto tech into the financial system all around the world, and we don't have any crypto laws. That is so like asinine. That's the word that's the magic word I have to use today. Asinine. Okay. They are literally building in to the global infrastructure of the financial system, the stock markets, derivatives, equities, everything. They are putting all this crypto into it, yet they can't even tell us what it is legally. Everybody, they are purposely obfuscating. That means confusing. They're purposely obfuscating everything, making it look like crypto's bad, crypto's for drug dealers. Oh, Elizabeth Warren and Maxine Waters talking all kinds of shit, okay? The Democrats holding back this crypto on purpose. Everybody, when you watch Crypto Hulk Show, they're building all this crypto to the whole system. They don't need crypto laws and regs. They're already doing what the fuck they're going to do with this crypto. How can you build a whole system of crypto and not even have any kind of crypto laws or definitions. Do you realize how foolish that is? They don't need, this shit's already done. They already know that you got the average Joe Q public. The average citizen has no idea what the fuck's going on. Crypto's bad. Yeah. The Democrats are saying we need investor protection. Oh, God. Oh, God. Then we don't need a fucking thing. They're already building the system with us. They have for the past 10 years. They've been lying to everybody. That's what my job is, to show you. Bam. My job is to show you what are the biggest of the big doing. I'm showing you the cryptos they're using. This is one of the very few channels. This is a very hardworking channel right here. If you're an investor, this Crypto Hulk is the investor's channel, okay? No other channel is breaking this shit down just like this, right in front of your face. All this shit's going down. I'm showing you right here. Now, can you buy these Computershares issuer-sponsored tokens? Yes. Retail investors can buy and hold Computershares issue. These are not speculative coins. You know the Canton coin? The reason it's doing so good, there's a lot of reasons. One is because when you buy it on a platform, you can't move that shit around. That's on purpose. So dumb shits, okay, that are probably watching the show, they're going to want to pump dump Canton. Get it? When the price goes up, just dump it. That's what they're going to avoid. You're not going to be able to move these cryptos around. You buy that coin and you fucking marry that shit, okay? These are non-speculative crypto coins, native on-chain, of actual equity pairs in participating U.S. companies. They carry identical legal voting rights. Retail shareholders of issuers that opt into the program can elect to hold their securities as ISTs in digital wallets, alongside or convertible to conventional brokerage or DR forms. Liquidity is available via alternative trading system or the market makers. No accredited investor restrictions apply. This is a public market equity tokenization, including the millions of existing retail investors already using Computershare's direct purchase plans. So if you're in Australia, congratulations. Go talk to your stockbroker people about getting the issuer-sponsored tokens from Computershares. Companies must first contact their Computershare relationship manager to enable the option. Once live for a given issuer, eligible shareholders can choose the tokenized form, which is a new purchase or conversions. Follow the established transfer agent process. Initial buying is expected via traditional fiat channels, with on-chain wallet custody and potential future crypto payment rails. Oh, wow. Computershare itself remains a traditional financial services company with no native crypto token. ISTs, those tokens, are an optional add-on service layered on its existing transfer agency infrastructure. Let me look through here. Red flags, nothing. You got credit, you got Citibank mixed up in this. Okay, everybody's mixed up in this shit. All of them. Retail investors can participate in the IST tokens exactly as they do with regular public company shares via brokerage, a direct purchase, or a DRS election. Now with the added option of on-chain digital wallet custody for participating issuers. The framework launched this week Watch for the first issuers to activate this option. Computershare plus Securitize deliver regulated rights preserving real-world asset tokenization at massive scale with zero crypto project red flags. There you go. Next, Settle, S-E-T-L. Settle, let me see what time we got. 20 minutes. Okay. Settle is an enterprise-focused distributed ledger technology blockchain founded in 2015 in London. It specializes in institutional payments, post-trade settlement, asset tokenization, there we go right there, and regulated liability networks, RLN. We're going to read, I think, into that one next. The regulated liability network, that's all mixed in with this too. Right now we're learning about Settle because Settle is working with the Computershares. Settle delivers permissioned blockchain infrastructure for real-time atomic settlement, digital securities, depositories, tokenized deposits, etc. Cross-ledger interoperability. Oh my God, that's Ripple right there. It supports real-world asset delivery versus payments, CBDC pilots, and bank-to-bank value transfers. Now I'm reading the people who are the key people at Settle. Nothing there to report. Settle, just like the names, like you settle, something settles. Settle's launched as an institutional blockchain settlement platform. Now, what's interesting, in 2019, it looks like they went through like a bankruptcy. But what's interesting, 3 years later, a Turkish fintech company called Colendi Group, C-O-L-E-N-D-I, Colendi Group bought them. And then Colendi sold the capital markets division to Delta Capital. Then you got Ledger Swarm involved in this too. Settle's core tech is Ledger Swarm. And I believe that's a Ripple partner right there. What's interesting about Turkey is Ripple Turkey. So I know this is tied in somehow to Ripple Turkey. Okay, Portal. They are dealing with a platform. Portal is an open source interoperability framework. It involves Corda, which is R3, Hyperledger Fabric, that will be Stellar. It involves DAML, D-A-M-L, that's Canton, that is Canton Network, smart contracts. It also involves the regulated liability network, which we're going to get into who that is right there. That's a massive deal from Citibank right there. Temenos is involved, the Temenos exchange. Ripple is a Temenos partner. Whoa, you got Brazil tied into this as well. We all know about Ripple Brazil. That's where Ripple first started, in Brazil. And all this has tied in with Stellar, Settle, and Computershares. It goes deep, everybody. Who are the early shareholders? Are Citibank. When we're talking about Settle, we're dealing with basically Citibank as an early investor. Credit Agricole, Computershare was right in there with Settle. Swift. Digital. Okay, there's Canton. The company Digital Asset. 2022 Digital Asset, which is Canton Network. They made Digital Asset. The company made Canton Network. Amazon Web Service is involved in this. That's Ripple, because Amazon and Ripple are partners. Let's look at the next. Let's look at regulated, the Regulated Liability Network. What is that? It is an industry-led, so a group of banks coming together, an industry-led conceptual framework and experimental financial proposal for tokenized programmable liabilities. The goal is to enable 24/7 on-chain finality. Let's look at this. What is the use case? The Regulated Liability Network upgrades sovereign currency systems for interoperable, programmable, always-on settlement of tokenized regulated liabilities. It has smart contracts. Yeah, this is Canton. And these other cryptos right in there. It's Regulated Liability Network. Now, who are the founders? It was originally started as a Citibank-led concept. HSBC is involved. Swift is involved with this project. The Regulated Liability Network. Swift was in there from day one. BNY Mellon, Lloyd's Banking Group, DZ Bank, UniCredit. These are all Ripple partners. Commerce Bank, US Bank, TD. I'm not going to read off all the banks, but almost all these banks, they're all Ripple partners. Quant. Quant is involved here. QUANT Enterprise as the distributed ledger technology over ledger. Oh my God. Now, Alyssa DiCaprio, chief economist at R3. So you got some R3 Corda person in there. Now, the Regulated Liability Network is Canton Network. Canton Network. Canton is all in there. They have the DAML, DAML smart contracts. You got Quant plus R3 Corda. Then you have this. We've gone over this. The DXC Technology Company. DXC Technology. I'm not going to get into that, but it's a 3-letter agency, basically, is what that is. The government contractors and shit. I've done talking about that. It's going to get me in trouble. So I'm going to leave that one alone. So again, the fintech partners would be Canton Network, R3, Quant, and Settle. You got the New York Federal Reserve mixed up in this. Oh, God. The United Kingdom Finance. Yeah. Bank of England. Whole bunch of banks. Everybody. I'm not reading off all these banks. Like the top 20 banks in the world are all mixed up with this. Swift, Canton Network again. Bank of New York Mellon. There's like probably 20 banks involved in this. The Regulated Liability Network is a serious regulator-friendly effort by global banks to modernize wholesale payments. So these are how all these banks have a platform that they can do their business on. This is one platform that they have. So with that, let me check the comment section here. Very interesting today. Damn, Quant did a 425x from its all-time low. Joshua says, Quant is my second biggest holding behind XRP. I'd like Canton to be number 3. Tasty fried Canton. Oh my God. Bought at the current price. Chris Sharp, I don't own Wormhole. Uh-oh. Naughty, naughty. You don't own Wormhole. Uh-oh. That's all bad. All right. I think I think that'll do it. All right. That will conclude today's program on the biggest. Let's look at this again. Let's read off the title. The world's largest stock transfer agent is moving into crypto through its partnership with Securitize. What we just got done over the past 50 minutes, all that was from this article right here. If you were to read that article, you wouldn't have seen any other shit that I'm talking about. We have all the banks in the world, the biggest platform and all that. They're tokenizing basically their crypto. Their records, all the records of every transfer are going on chain. We will keep track of everything. And I named the cryptos that are involved in this. Highly suggest you go out and get those. And I think I'll kind of end it right there. My name's Cryptoholic, and I'll see you in the next one.